Hey, people, and welcome to Conversations with Zalon. Now, I started this as a podcast where I had interviewed or just had conversations with a few of my friends because I felt like we was having such great conversations about so many different things, whether it be spirituality, business, music, etc. That I felt like it would just be so much value to be able to share it with other people as well, for them to be able to add to the conversation. This is the first time actually that I've decided to make it into like a video blog so people can actually see as well. Before I have a special guest today. I've known them probably about, I don't think more than about 2 weeks or so. About 2 weeks or so. Um, and I came across this song which was called Earth is Ghetto. And the song blew me away. Number one, I thought the name of the song was really, it was really like creative. I thought the words were like just it took you on a story, like on a journey. I thought the melody was fantastic. The way it kept on rising, it kept on like taking you to another part of the emotion, and also the singer who executed the vocals amazingly. And I had the song on repeat. I had the song on repeat so many times that I actually joined the fans of hers as they started making their own version. So then I started to look at the hashtags Earth is Ghetto. If you get a chance, please look up Earth is Ghetto, and many people started making all of these like memes and these cover versions. Some people made artwork. Some people they made their own version of the song. Some people done acting. Some people done dancing. I felt like part of her community that was seeing this thing grow. Not only did I love the song, but I loved the interpretation by other people as well. And so, without further ado, I'd like to invite the guest. My guest today is Nikki Aliah. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm awesome. It's a real pleasure. It's a real pleasure. So I want to get straight into it. I want to find out from you a bit about the idea of actually before we get to the song. Tell us a bit about you, just so we know.
My name is Aliah Sheffield, but I go by Nikki Aliah. That's a long story. That
We're gonna come
conf-
into that in a minute.
yeah, we can come. I won't get into that, but it's a long story, but it's also short at the same time. But I'm a musician originally from New Jersey, and I've been playing piano and singing for over 10 years now.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. And what was your musical upbringing? What were your influences? Who were your influences? How did you get into singing?
I got into singing by listening to like a lot of Aretha Franklin, Donny Hathaway, um, Marvin Gaye, just old school music because that's my mother liked a lot, and a lot of Patti LaBelle and stuff like that. Like my mother has to play like New Attitude and You Are My Friend whenever she cleaning on Saturdays and stuff like that, Saturdays and Sundays. So I got into music that way, and
And is anybody else singers in your family, or was you in church, or what was it?
My mother sings, but not publicly, and she probably wouldn't like. She has a nice voice, and she used to sing all the time. But that's the only musician in my family. I got into like music more when I joined like the concert band at school, and the marching band. I played like clarinet and saxophone, but I didn't start singing until like my last year of high school.
And how did you? Because you've got an amazing voice. How did that come about? Was that natural? Was that something you had to work on? Did you have to get vocal training? What was the journey with your voice?
Um, I just started singing because I started writing songs. I probably started writing songs before realizing that I was probably going to have to sing them to get people to listen to them. And I just got more into singing because of a chorus teacher that I had, a woman named Valerie Price. And she was really a really really driving force in getting me to continue to sing. So and like even she's even the reason I auditioned for college and stuff like that. So
Could you just do me a favor? Could you just go over to the left a little bit just so we can see outside the mic? Yeah, yeah, just
okay,
yeah,
yeah.
perfect, perfect, perfect. Thank you. Right. So and when was the? Tell me about the decision that you made when you said I want to be a singer. Like what was happening around that time just before, and what was the moment when you decided to yourself I want to be a singer?
Um, the moment I decided to myself that I wanted to be a singer is uh, probably a talent show at like when I was in high school, or even just when I finally auditioned for college. I said, okay, this is probably what I'm going to be doing. And I applied to go to Berkeley, and I got in. So that even though I didn't finish, that's when I just said, all right, well, I have to make myself do this professionally. And I had been doing like little school shows or performance program shows with like NJ Pack in New Jersey. That's the New Jersey Performing Arts Center. So I did shows for them, and that helped me just say, all right, I guess I'm a singer now.
Perfect. And so tell us now about this song, Earth is Ghetto. So, like, where did the concept come from? What is the story behind it?
The concept is just basically me waiting and watching TikTok and seeing like little videos there and just waiting outside the store by my house, which was on 15th Street. And like there's bars on the store, and you can't go in the store because you got Corona going around. So you can't go in the store, and they have to, you have to be in there pointing and talking to the people and trying to get them to uh, get you what you need. And I just kept singing, "This is ghetto," and then I was thinking, I was thinking about everything that happened in the last couple of years, and especially in America, because it's been crazy in America for at least 4 years. We're gonna be honest,
Mm.
but I was thinking about that, and I was just thinking about how hectic 2020 as a whole was, and the lyrics literally just started coming to me as I was walking home from the store.
Why do you think so many people have connected with this song?
I think people connect to the song because while it is a humor, like it does have a humorous aspect to it. I was really depressed when I wrote the song, so it was kind of an emotional release for me, and it was kind of a way for me to say, all right, look, I need something to happen, I need something to change, or something. I need some type of sign. I need somebody to come get me or something, because I can't do this anymore.
Mm.
And I think people connect with that.
Yeah, well, it's funny because you know, we spoke ourselves. We spoken to this previously, and you mentioned that to me, but I didn't get the sense. Me personally, I guess everybody has their own interpretation, but I didn't get the sense of depression. I just found it really creative, and it came. I saw it a couple of days after the people were trying to get into the capital,
Yeah,
right? And it felt very timely in sense of like with so much that's going on, especially with the lockdown. It just felt like, man, like how we're treating the world, how we're treating
yeah,
animals, how we're treating each other. It's like, man, this shit's ghetto. I gotta leave, you know.
exactly.
So I felt like it was very timely. But you said it was you released it kind of in November, right?
I actually wrote the song on December 9th. Like I wrote the song on December 9th, and I posted a little bit of the video, and then I completely posted the full video on my YouTube on December 16th. So I wrote it before the capital situation, but it just because I kept posting it because I said, all right, well, I feel like I should just keep sharing this video, and just because I kept posting it, it did fall in line with the time of things that were going because it did. Those were things that I was concerned about and had been expecting to. I have been expecting things to escalate in the United States, especially. So
Did you think your song was going to connect in the way that it has?
I had no idea. I had no idea because I posted videos and I posted songs that talk about like social consciousness, and I've been doing that for a while, maybe a little over a year. So I didn't think it would connect with people the way it did.
And how did you feel when it did connect the way that it did? Because a lot of the big blog sites have shared it. It's had millions of views across, so many people playing it now. You've been interviewed by like Oprah magazine, all of these different places now. You're now sought after, right? You're like the internet buzz, right?
Yeah, it's very intense.
And so, how do you feel about it though?
Um, I feel happy that people enjoy the music, and I feel really relieved that I have created something that will leaves some type of mark or something like that with me. So, or has affected so many people. Uh, I am slightly overwhelmed, but I am definitely honored that people really like it and really relate to it.
Yeah, I think as I mentioned before in the intro, I was saying there was many different aspects of the things that of the song that I really liked. I liked, firstly, the concept. I felt the concept was very unique. I've never really felt of the term of like Earth being a ghetto, right? So in like, let me ask you a question now. Imagine, we are saying Earth is a ghetto, and let's now think about space, right? Do you
Hmm.
think there is life out there?
Oh, I definitely do. I'm definitely a believer of UFOs and aliens and all that. I mean, we can't be the only people. We can't be the only beings in the galaxy.
I agree. I agree. I believe there's something like there's more galaxies than grains of sand or something like that on Earth.
Exactly.
Something
Like
like that.
it's something else. It's something else out there. They don't have all of that out there. All of that stuff out there. Think of planets as furniture. They don't have all that furniture out there for nobody to be living on them.
Hey. So now the other question is, do you think we have been visited by extraterrestrial
Yes, I think that we have probably definitely when they were having all of those UFO uh,
sightings?
sightings in like the past, but I definitely do think we have, and it's just something that the public is probably not ready for.
Do you think that they are amongst us wearing
Um,
human clothes?
I
Or
can
that we
see.
can't see them, like maybe they're in a like another kind of like a dimension type thing.
I don't know. I always think of it kind of like, and this is probably just me watching too much sci-fi, but like, have
I
you
love
ever like
sci-fi.
seen? I do too. Like, have you ever seen like Men in Black and how they're like just kind of like hidden in plain sight and all of that? So I kind of see it like that.
I think like as we grow older and society makes us feel like or can make us feel like it's silly to think of things that is not socially accepted, but
Yeah,
it's ignorant to think that we know it all.
yeah.
So
I
if
definitely think
aliens
that.
came here and I said, "Oh yeah, aliens have come here and they actually wear human suits," is like people will laugh at you or say, "Oh, how can you say that?" or "Why would you say that?" But why would you not? Like we don't know. So
Yeah,
if you
like
don't know,
we
we have
don't
to we have
know.
to be open to all possibilities, right? Because we don't know, you
Well,
know.
there's still people who believe that we never actually went to space in the first place. So
Yeah,
it's a
that's
little
another
tough.
thing.
That's another thing. But
You
so,
might need to twist your laptop a little bit because the light is shining
oh,
bright on it.
oh, that's
Yeah,
because of the window. Sorry.
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, that's another thing. Did we go to the moon? Did we? Did we? Did we go to the moon? All right.
I
So
believe we did.
you think
But
we did?
I think we did.
Okay. I mean, they've got recordings now, and supposedly, the conspiracy theorists believe that like the moon's in the wrong place, the shadows are in the wrong place. There's like props, blah blah.
Oh,
There's like a recording from one of the guys who went up there and said no, it didn't. I don't know.
you should see
Supposedly,
the you should see the Reddit threads.
Oh,
on that topic. They're a whole thread. They're a whole thread. I'm like that sci-fi nerd. So you should
okay,
definitely
okay,
see.
okay, okay.
You
So
should
you're
see.
saying, so you're still, so even though you've gone through it, you're still saying we went to the moon.
I still think we went to the moon. Maybe not exactly on that day, but we went to the
What,
moon.
why haven't we been back?
Who knows? Maybe,
Huh?
well, I mean, considering how humans are, maybe they offended somebody, and that's why we ain't been back.
They probably tried to just go and claim shit, right?
Right,
Like,
right.
this is
Like,
ours.
and they haven't been back because they got threatened to not come back. Let's put that out there.
True.
I can see
could
that. I
happen.
can see that happening.
That could happen. Um,
Anything is possible.
absolutely. So, just for the listeners who are at home, so firstly, before I go on to that, your name. So your name was formerly as an
Aliah
artist,
Sheffield. My
Aliah
name was
Sheffield,
Aliah Sheffield.
and now you're going by the name.
Nikki Aliah.
And how did we make this transition? How did this happen?
Okay, so when I set up my Instagram, there was already an Aliah Sheffield. So I just used my middle name, which is Nicole, and my family calls me Nikki, and my first name, and it just kind of stuck. So, but most people that do know me or are close to me, they do call me Nikki and stuff like that. So
And see, the thing is, guys, now that her song has blown up, people know her as Nikki Sheffield. So, like, this is her new name now, her new
and
artist name.
I'm just like, all right, here, well, I'm Nikki Aliah now, Nikki Aliah Sheffield now. You're getting all my governments.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant. What was I going to say? So yeah, I had DM'd you. I sent a message. So could you turn your camera a little bit again? I think every time
Okay.
the sun, yeah.
I'm trying to see if I could. I'd have to get up a little bit to do that. So I have a balcony window.
I'll explain in the meantime. So I while you fix that, I'll explain to them. Right.
Okay.
So I DM'd Nikki Aliah, so many different names. Nikki Aliah. I DM'd her, and I said something along the lines of, "Hey man, like I'm absolutely loving your song." Something like "well done" or something. Is that right? I said something like that.
Yeah. You did. You was just like you really liked the song and really well done, good job and all that. So I was just like, oh my god, because I've seen your music in the past and I've by the way, I'm a big Amy Winehouse fan, so of course followed where you went with your music because your voice is just your tone is just so great. But
Thank you.
I had to continue following your music. Like you have a video of you like singing like some Donny Hathaway and stuff on YouTube and stuff like
Okay.
that. So I was just like, yes,
Oh,
yes, here we
amazing.
go.
So yeah, and she said, "Hey man, we'd love to do some work." And I guess I was taken aback because I was geeking out on you. And previously to that, it wasn't just that song. Once I saw that song, I started going through all your other songs, and I was just like, she's a really good songwriter. I'd really like to like do some writing with her someday. And
Yeah.
I never really thought more than that. And then obviously I sent you the message, and then you said, "Hey man, it would be great for us to do work." And I said, "Oh, fantastic! Like let's do some stuff." So we got on a call. I think our writing session was about 4 hours.
Yeah, it was definitely about 4 hours, and I was so grateful that my internet stayed the whole time. So
Yeah, no, it was like 4 hours. It was so beautiful catching up with you, getting to know you, and also creating with you. And we wrote a song together.
yes, we did.
Um, and the song's called "Will the World Stop Spinning This Time?" Right?
Yeah,
Right.
well, the world stopped spinning this time.
And should we explain the concept of it?
It's just basically you probably be better off starting than me because I tend to go off in a tangent and go in circles
Okay,
explaining stuff.
cool. So the first line is this the beginning of the end? Right?
Yeah,
Um, is there a man in the sky? And basically, what we're asking is all of these things, like there's like tsunamis and typhoons and there's forest fires and all of these natural disasters and catastrophic things that are happening. And it's like we're asking, like, is this the end of days that they speak about, that they prophesize about,
Exactly.
or is this just another way around the sun? Is the world just spinning just another time round? Like, for
Exactly.
example, when in a country when there was a tsunami, they probably thought like that's it, the world's ending, and but the world was just spinning, right? And it's
And we
like
just kept, it was just going,
we
and
just
they,
we just keep on going. People who have been in, if there's any sort of major disasters, or even if there's any kind of I don't know, maybe like, for example, like in 9/11, when they're in the trade center,
yeah.
trade towers, and then they see the plane coming towards them. They'll think like, what's going on? Is the world ending? Like, what? Like, this is crazy,
Yeah,
right?
and it's not. I mean, while that was tragic, it wasn't the end of the. It didn't end up being the end of the world. And it's
Exactly.
like
But for
it
them, it was the
then
end. So,
yeah,
yeah. So I
yeah,
guess the question is it ever really the end? Or is it just the end for some people in a moment? Or is the world
yeah,
keep on spinning? So it was just basically us questioning, us asking the Almighty to give us some clarity and direction, because there's so much confusion, so much is happening at the moment. So that was a
yeah.
song that we wrote. Hopefully you guys will be able to hear it
I
soon.
think so. I think so. I think we can do something with that because I really like the concept of that song and the melody, and I think it would be a nice song to do.
Absolutely, and yeah, I'd like for us to write again. I'd like for us to
Yeah,
write more. I
definitely.
wish I wish we had your camera set up, because I mean, the camera, sorry, your piano, because we could have just, like,
Yeah.
next time. That's fine.
I promise I'm trying to figure out how it is because I can literally play a chord. I'm literally playing a chord right now, but I can't figure out how to get it to go in the
Oh, no,
sound.
no, that's absolutely fine. So, what is like the next step for you with this record, with your music? What's the plan?
Well, I definitely plan on releasing this song as soon as I can, but I also plan on working on other songs that I have recorded in the last couple of years and releasing those. I do have an album coming out, but that album I recorded it 4 years ago, and
Brilliant.
we had planned on releasing it before Earth Is Ghetto ever happened. So I felt compelled to release that album because it just felt like yeah, you ever have a project that you've just been waiting to do something with for so long, and you don't want it to just fade into the darkness, and we put so much work into it, I didn't want it to fade.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, tell me, like, tell me some of the standout, like, interpretations of your song that for you that have been like standout, something that made you either laugh or think or obviously, I know as a creator you
Yeah,
appreciate all of them, but
I
tell me
do.
ones that maybe stood out for you.
One that really stood out for me, it's a guy that's playing like steel drums, and he's doing a version with steel drums, and it's so relaxing. And I'm like,
Is
oh,
he
this
sitting
this is
down?
yeah, he's sitting down,
Yeah.
and it's like a purple background, and it just made me go through all of his videos. I'm like, soon as you can, you need to release some music. I just told him that the other day, but that one really stuck out to me. The one in Spanish really stuck out to me as well. And
Yeah,
there's a guy doing a sign language version to it, and that was just like wow. You're just like, well, wow, it's just going in different languages or just being uh, reaching different people that I wouldn't have thought it would reach. And there was a there was a guy on TikTok. I think his name is Nino or Nini. I have it on like my Instagram, but he did like a video, and it's like a skit, and he has like the whole store. He's like standing outside the corner store.
is he
He
wearing
just
silver?
yeah, and he goes up
Yeah,
like
that
in the
one.
rocket ship and
Yeah,
everything. That one
yeah,
makes me
yeah.
crack
That one
up
made me
every
laugh. Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah. I watched that a good few times. I like
Yeah.
that one. There was a woman who was storytelling, and then she would like incorporate your song into it. She was talking about like there was a woman who's storytelling. It was like, I don't know how long it was, her piece, but I like that one. Um, I really, 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 really loved the horn section.
Oh yeah, yeah. I actually
The
know. I
the
know the guy who did that.
Yeah, there's which ones are they? Because there's different people have done horn
Okay.
section. It's the one um it there was three white uh
Oh yeah. As my friend
g-
Gabe, his name is Gabe, and he's like French. So, but
I loved it. You know, when I heard it, it like I felt like okay, in the lockdown, I didn't feel motivated to create.
I didn't
And
either.
and then when I heard that, I was like, yeah, I want something like that. Like I want like those horns are so beautiful. Like that's the kind of
Funny,
songs and it's great gone.
funny story. The guy that arranged that horn is also in the album that I'm about to release in the horn
Um,
section. So that's how I
amazing.
know him.
Yeah, amazing, amazing, amazing. Yeah, that version as well. Because I listen, man. I feel like I've heard all of the versions. Right? There's so
There's so
many. There's
many
so
versions.
many,
At
and
this
they're
point,
all
there's so
so good.
many.
There's so many good ones as well. Really, really good ones. But that horn section one that you had you playing, I think somebody was doing the BVs. There was like a neo soul production, and then
Uh
they
huh.
came and done the horn section. That I had on repeat. Like I don't think you understand. I went to bed a few nights, and I was either like I'd play it, or it would be in my head while I'm sleeping and while I wake up. Do you know how
That's pretty
crazy
much
that
how I
is?
felt getting it. That's how I felt getting it out of my head when I was walking down the street. It was like just a earworm, and I had to. I'm pretty sure I brought all of. I'm pretty sure I gave the cashier the wrong amount of money. Definitely gave them too much money. But
This
I'm
cra-
like, here, take my money. I gotta go write this now.
trust me, I went to bed for a while with it ringing in my head, and then it waking up, and then it being in my head. And it's funny because when we spoke last time, the last song that I remember that was like that, I mentioned it to you, and you loved the song as well. Was "If the World Was Ending, You Come Over," right?
Oh yeah, that song. I repeated that song
I repeated
so
that
much.
song over and over and over and over again.
I
Love
did
that
it
song.
so much. I did it so much that I wrote like a response back type of
Did you
song, and I posted it on my YouTube. But it's like
really?
it's like if the world but it's a little more aggressive. It's like me saying I don't care if the world is on fire. You can go preach to the choir. I don't want to watch the world burn with you. So it's like it's
Brilliant.
so it's like I
Brilliant.
watched it that much that I was just influenced to write something in response. But that song was just amazing and out of this world.
Yeah, and you know, I think what made it even more special is that they got together, the two of them, because
Yeah,
I geeked out on that song as well. They got together. Um,
I saw that.
yeah, and I think I don't know if he was courting her, but he wrote the song. He said, "Hey, I got this idea," and then
Hmm.
he kind of sang it to her, and then she made her part. You know, but I'm not familiar with the girl, but it seems like she already has a career.
Yeah, she has some really good songs out. Like she has a song called "Issues" out that I really like.
Is she
Um,
popular?
yeah, she's pretty popular, and I
And
like
it
her
was
writing.
he a new artist then?
I'm not sure. I think he's a new artist, but he's pretty popular as well.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that song, mate. I just feel like there's just some songs that you just hear that just touches you, that just
Yeah, they just stay
consumes
with
your
you.
whole being.
Hmm.
And the most recent one was your one. So you have to understand, as a person who is, you know, who loves music, it's like a gift when somebody creates something like that that you want to listen to over and over and over again. It's like a gift. So yeah, no, it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Thank you.
No
Yeah, this.
worries.
But yeah, now I gotta listen to that song again. Wow, I wish they would have turned it into like a whole project, but I love that song a lot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He actually done like both, like they both versions. You know, actually, I actually heard a cover version. There's a singer in the UK. I heard a cover version. I heard him singing that song "If the World Was Ending," and I thought it was his song, and I said, "Wow,
Hmm.
what a great song!" And
It
I was
is.
like,
It was
I
such
was
a
like,
great song.
that's what I said to him. I said, dude, I was like, that guy is a songwriter. Wow. That's what I thought to myself. And I listened to it a couple of times and I thought, and then I just thought, oh, let me look it on YouTube. And I said, oh, like this isn't the version. And then, so the guy who I heard it from, he sang it more. Right.
Yeah,
And I
I gotta
loved it.
you gotta send that version to me. Or
Yeah, he sang it more. But the original artist, it wasn't like technically like I'm like, riffing and running, but his one felt like conversational. So it touched
I like
me.
the conversational feeling of it more. Like it was like something that they were actually talking about and really considering like this the world could be ending, but if it was ending,
Would you?
would you
Like, it's like, right?
yeah, it's like
If
would
the
you
world
just
was ending, you come over, right?
right like it's like it just makes you
Right?
yeah
That
yeah
second right was just like, right? Like, yeah.
exactly. It's
And I was
like
like,
yeah.
oh.
I was like, oh, it's such great writing. It's some really great songwriters, and thanks to like the internet, you get to hear a lot of these things that you probably wouldn't necessarily hear. Even though that song is pretty big now, it may not have reached as many people without like being on the internet.
But that came when I heard that. I think it was when the first lockdown happened.
Yeah, that's when it happened.
So it was
Timing
like,
also.
yeah. So I feel like um he kind of and he made it before that, but it just went into. I think he made it, and I think there was an earthquake or something.
Oh yeah, I think wasn't because it wasn't it one like in San Diego. It's always an earthquake in California. But yeah, I think it was, and I'm not really sure, but it's another situation where he made it before like the lockdown, but it just flowed right into being written at the right time.
Yeah, I was distracted and in traffic. I didn't feel it when the earthquake
Oh
happened,
yeah, yeah,
but it
yeah. Oh
really
yeah,
got
yeah.
me thinking, and it got me drinking. Were you in the living room sitting on television in the spinner? Yeah, now. Yeah, brilliant, brilliant.
Yeah,
Love
yeah,
it, loved it,
yeah.
love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay,
That's a
cool.
great song.
So, any questions you want to ask me?
Um, so probably about your songwriting, your like solo stuff and music stuff. I'm really interested in that.
Tell
You
me.
said you wasn't really inspired. You said you wasn't really inspired during the lockdown, but I'm like, no, you have to write more. You have to sing more. You need to release more music because I need to hear it.
No, well, absolutely. Like, I definitely, sorry, my phone just went off. You definitely inspired me to want to start writing in this moment, and made me want to start creating. I mean, I've done like, I just didn't want to force it,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like,
That's the best thing, not to force it.
yeah, because for me, I feel like music is really precious in the sense that it's not just fame or getting as many people to listen to it as possible, but it's just trying to capture an essence of truth that can live on past my life, which is the
Yeah,
motivation. So, I need to really like capture it and for it to be an authentic expression. So, I've just been like listening and feeling, but as I said, when we wrote together, yeah, I felt really inspired, and it's made me want to start thinking about creating a bit more again. I'm missing performing live because, obviously with the lockdown,
that's gonna
but
be scary for me.
really,
Performing
I
live.
think, yeah, I think I'm really looking forward to seeing videos where you perform and you have audiences singing your song back to you. I'm really excited for that part of your journey because you deserve it, and the song is really powerful. And yeah, I just really look forward to it, and I just hope that you release it as soon as possible so that as
Yeah,
many people can hear
definitely.
it as possible.
Yeah, I'm definitely doing that. Just ironing out some kinks, but
Yeah.
definitely hearing that.
And sorry, I know I asked this before, but I just wanted clarity on it. So when you were speaking about your voice, right?
Hmm.
Um, did was it natural, or did you have to get trained?
It was pretty natural because I was already singing in choir and stuff in high school, and I did, you know, do the choir stuff with my teacher. My teacher helped eventually, but I was singing before then, and I've never really had vocal lessons. And I did like a semester in college, and that that's not really any time at all. But I never really had vocal lessons.
And did you have like elders or friends who were like fantastic vocalists that you could just learn from, just with just bouncing off of them or anything?
No, I definitely didn't really have that many friends in music until I started performing.
Mm.
I had like friends that were in the marching band and stuff. So I have friends that play like instruments and stuff like that because I played saxophone and clarinet.
Mm.
But I didn't really know a lot of vocalists until I started performing.
Mm. Brilliant. Also, there was something that you told me last time that I'd like for us to just touch on. You were saying you was trying a little experiment with the reels.
Oh yeah, I was. I was trying to just see if I could just post a song every day and just see what happened because some days it would be like maybe two people saw it, and then the next day it would be like maybe 1,000 people saw the song. So I just kept doing that from like December 16th until January 6th. And I stopped sharing it as much because at that point, that's when it just so many people were sharing it. It seemed to be overdoing it to share it more myself.
So the reels didn't come up in the stories, but that was kind of like your formula for success, right? Is that you
Yeah.
was reposting the same. So you found this, you found, so to speak, content that was viral, that was
Mhm.
bringing the fans and kind of magnetic in its sense of bringing people to you.
Yeah.
But then what you was doing is reposting it every day because each time you posted it, it was having the same effect, right?
Yeah, it was having the same. Well, some days it was just nothing, and it was just like, do I have to post this again? And I'm really bad at pretty much promoting myself or sharing my music more than once. Like most of the time, I just upload the video and it's all right. I hope you see it, and if you don't, well. But I'm usually that type of way. But something I just have a friend say you should share this video every day. You should share this video every day
Brilliant.
until people see it. So I did.
You know they say that it takes someone like 12 to maybe 15 times to see something before they're willing to buy online, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, 1 second. Just about to
Okay.
sneeze. So the mere fact of you posting it every day is like, think about the old school like music channels. How many
Mhm.
times would a music video come up? It'll come up like loads of times. Or
Yeah.
how many times would people hear it on the radio? They'd hear it loads of times. Then how much times
Before.
they hear it in like, the TV? Loads of times. And then they want to buy the CD. Then they want
Exactly.
to buy the concert ticket. We
Yeah.
think I just show you a snippet and then you're gonna love it. No, you have to hear it over and over and over and over
Exactly.
and over
Exactly.
again because they power play it. That's why the playlists happen, right?
Mhm.
Then after they've power played it, then you say I'm gonna go and buy it, or I want to go to the concert and see it live. So I think it was a brilliant strategy of reposting every day. Really brilliant strategy.
I'm just
And
happy it worked.
and would you say that that's like, would that be like your key advice if there's like artists who are, um, they like want to kind of get their stuff out there? Would you say that's the advice, just to like keep posting?
Yeah, I would just say keep posting it and keep sharing it and keep share it on like all different social medias because that's what I did. I shared it on Twitter. I shared it on TikTok every day. I shared it on not every day on TikTok. TikTok is still very hard for me to navigate. But I shared it every day on Instagram, and I didn't. I shared it once on YouTube, but I tried to post on my Facebook every day. Just promote yourself or share what means something to you, and share it as many times as you can, and it'll mean something to somebody else.
And how long did it take for you posting every day for it to then go, like, so to speak, viral?
Um, so if I started doing it December 16th, if I do it, probably about 15 days.
15 days of posting.
Yeah.
See, I told you about 12 to
Yeah.
15 times.
Yeah,
People need to
about
see
12
it.
to 15 days. Yeah.
And
Definitely.
what was it that happened that made you say, "Wow, this is becoming bigger than me"?
Probably when Maxwell shared it, and I was just like, I'm a big Maxwell fan, and then I was trying to explain to my mother what was going on, and she didn't understand. She gonna get mad at me for saying that, but she didn't understand. She was like, well, what does viral mean? and then
That's
and then
sweet.
I was like, Maxwell shared the video, and she's like, Maxwell. And that made me and my mother realize it was crazy. That and the Black Lives Matter page shared it on their Instagram, and that was important to me as well too. So those two moments definitely.
Talking about Maxwell, he's another person. When I heard his song "Pretty Wings,"
Yeah.
that song, I was like, I wish I wrote this song. There was
Right.
something when there's a middle section that he does. Ne fa do do da dee
Yeah. It's just
dee
like
da
what?
do do. Right when he done that, the first time I was driving and I heard it, and my brain couldn't understand. I was like, huh, like what's happening? Because it was like I was following the melody, but it was like I don't know. It was like it felt like I don't know an effect where his voice was overlapping. Obviously, I've heard it
It's a.
now, but when I
It felt
first
like he
heard it,
has
I
the.
was like, "What was it?" And then it was annoying because it was on the radio and I couldn't rewind it.
Yeah. For
So,
me, it felt like he had like the heavenly choir whispering the melody in his ear, and I'm like, "Geez, where you get that melody from?"
ne
Especially for that,
fa
yeah, right?
do
Like what?
do da dee da 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 do. I was like, and the horns. Oh,
It's just that whole album is just crazy for me. That album is crazy for me. He has a song on there called "Playing Possum" that's really nice too.
right, right, right. Yeah, Maxwell, man, and his other song should be crying, but I just can't let it show.
Yeah,
Beautiful, 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 beautiful.
yeah. So that was the moment for my mother. She was like Maxwell.
Uh,
So I mean, I guess that's something she can recognize in her age group. So you know,
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, he's and he, such a that song "Pretty Wings," as I said, is just another song. Like these, all of these great songs that you just, um, I wish I could just pluck them and say, right, I wish I wrote that
right,
one,
right,
put them
right.
together, and that will be like my work that I've done.
Exactly.
Yeah, brilliant, really, really
But
brilliant.
I guess the songwriter receives them whenever they need them.
Yeah, that's right, that's right, that's right. All right. Well, listen, I want to thank you so much for chatting with me on Conversations with Zalon and
Thank you for having me.
allowing us to step inside your world for a small, short minute into your track, which is blowing up right now. We wish you so much success with it. We love for you to come back and just hang out and chat. It doesn't have to be for like a release of any songs or anything, but just come and chat music. Like
Yeah.
we love that over here. Do you know what I mean? Anything you wanna any parting things you wanna say before we wrap?
Um, I don't really have anything to say other than I hope people enjoy the music when I do. I hope they enjoy the song when I do release it. And I hope that they take the time to listen to my other music as well and that
Brilliant.
they enjoy
Where can
that.
they find you?
They can find me at Nikki Aliah on Instagram and also at www.nikkialiah.com or www.earthisghettoiwannaleave.com. So you can find
Brilliant.
me
You
there.
you released some merch recently, right? As well.
Yeah, cause it was just becoming. I wasn't planning on it, but a lot of people kept asking, and I said I should just hop on it while I can, cause I'm
Brilliant. And
not
you
really a
and you have a
business
cash
person.
app as well. What's your cash app?
Yes, I do. It's Nikki Aliah.
Perfect. Right. Okay. I want to thank you so much for your time. It's
Thank
been
you for having me.
awesome, and I would absolutely love to do some writing again.
Yes,
Let's do it.
anytime,
Let's do it. Let's do
anytime.
it. All
Truly,
right.
anytime. I mean it.
Brilliant. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been Conversations with Zalon. Here I am just talking with people that I admire, respect, friends of mine, something that I want to know. And tune in for the next one. And let me know what you thought. If you preferred it on podcast or if you prefer the video version, let me know. Peace and love.